Take your alternator bracket, your two alternator halves and your alternator fan that came with stage 7 and one of the screws provided in this pack, and just notice got a tiny little notch on the back of the alternator, if you can just see that. You can see a tiny little notch. Just marry that up with a little notch at the top, making sure that that's flush. Then taking the other half, placing that into position like so, making sure that you're happy that they're in the correct position. And then once you've done that, take your alternator half and then using the screw that into the back of the alternator. And once you've done that, that is how your assembly should look. So just study that carefully. Also study the photographs, noticing the positioning of the part that goes from behind and the positioning of the alternator fan from stage 7, and then one of the screws provided into the back to hold those down into position. Next we're going to be fitting this throttle linkage to the top of the cylinder head assembly, so just familiarise yourself with the throttle linkage and noticing on the top of each of the carburetor you have a hole, and you also have a small pin on each of the bottoms. So just gently place that into position, making sure that everything lines up, and once you're familiar with how that is going and the holes line up, press all of those pins into the holes so that everything is sitting on there nicely and secure.